Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the session regarding RapidMiner with 360DigiTMG. So here we are about to discuss about one interesting tool, which is RapidMiner. So here, just give me a second. Okay, so let's start discussing about RapidMiner. So what is first of all a RapidMiner? Before going deep into the RapidMiner, we'll just have simple introduction about what does it do and everything about it. Okay, so RapidMiner, it is a no-code development platform for data mining. So what is this no-code development platform and what is this data mining? So let's start with data mining. Let's start discussing about what is data mining first, and then we'll go deep into RapidMiner topic. Okay, so first, in this particular session, we will cover topics like introduction to RapidMiner, RapidMiner, how to download that particular product, whatever that we use, and how to install it, and what are the features and GUI, its graphical user interface, and also in RapidMiner, how to import the data, and EDA and data pre-processing, how to do in RapidMiner. All of these things we'll cover in our session. So, first of all, what is data mining? So data mining is the process of finding interesting patterns and knowledge from large amounts of data. And it is used to process data that initially has no meaning into information, and information becomes knowledge. So that is why data mining is also known as knowledge discovery in databases. So there are 5 tasks. Before going into the tasks, let's start talking about data mining briefly. So what is data mining? Data mining is a process that involves discovering patterns, trends, and also valuable insights from larger data sets. So we'll just break down this topic into some key aspects and look into it. So first of all, I'll open a Word document and you can just see whatever that I can write here. So what does the data mining helps to find out? Okay. So with the help of data mining, what can we do? We can just find patterns and knowledge. So what do you mean by finding patterns and knowledge? So here, data mining seeks to uncover hidden patterns and knowledge from vast amount of data, as we have discussed before. So these patterns that we are finding using the data mining, they may not be immediately apparent. So we will use some sophisticated algorithms and analytical techniques in order to uncover that patterns using the data mining. So apart from finding the patterns and knowledge, what else we can do? So this data mining helps us to process meaningless information or meaningless data, we can call it as, into information. So what is meaningless data? Processing that into information. So often we'll get the raw data, right? So we'll just collect the raw data by the organizations which may seem meaningless or unstructured. Right. The raw data is basically we don't understand properly when we just collect it from the organizations or wherever it is. So with the help of data mining, we can transform that raw data into structured information by identifying relevant attributes. How we can just transform the data? Like we can clean the data to remove the inconsistencies or errors present, and we can prepare the data for analysis. That way we can convert the raw data into meaningful information. So with the help of data mining, we can find the patterns, knowledge, and we can process meaningless data into information. Okay. And then what else we can do? As we have seen the point before, it is useful for transformation into knowledge, like what we can call it as. Once the data is processed after the cleaning is done, the data is prepared for analysis, right? Once the data is processed and analyzed, it transforms it into actionable knowledge. So why this knowledge is used? This knowledge can be used to make informed decisions or to identify the trends and predict the future outcomes or gain insights into various phenomena. So we can just write here as transformation into knowledge. So up to now, sorry, up to now what we have discussed. So as we have talked about before, we are about to discuss about a tool which is RapidMiner. So RapidMiner, before going into that topic, we are calling RapidMiner as a no-code development platform for data mining. So before going into the topic RapidMiner, let's start discussing about data mining. So as we have found 3 points over here, first one is data mining is useful to find the patterns and knowledge, and then from the raw data, which is meaningless or unstructured, we can just process that data into information. How we are doing that? By cleaning the data, remove any inconsistencies or errors present, and preparing that data for analysis process. And then what we have talked about, transformation into knowledge. So once the data is processed and analyzed, it transforms it into actionable knowledge, which can be used for us to make informed decisions, to identify the trends, or to predict the future outcomes, or to gain insights into other phenomena. And then what else? What else is there? So as we have called data mining as knowledge discovery in databases. So why we are calling this as knowledge discovery in databases? So data mining is sometimes referred to as knowledge discovery in databases. So this knowledge discovery in databases, it encompasses the entire process of data mining, like from data selection and pre-processing to pattern discovery and also interpretation of knowledge. So all these steps are involved in data mining. So that is why sometimes data mining is referred to as knowledge discovery in databases. And then, do we have anything else? So data mining also employs a wide range of techniques and algorithms to extract insights from the data. So we can write here as techniques and algorithms. So with the help of data mining, we can do all these things, and also it can be used in various applications like what? So I will write here as applications. So data mining finds applications across various industries and domains like finance, healthcare, marketing, telecommunications, etc. All these from all these industries, it finds the applications which can be used for some of the tasks like with the help of data mining, we can do the predictive maintenance or customer segmentation, market basket analysis. All these analysis process we can do with the help of data mining. So what we have talked about data mining is used to find the patterns and knowledge, and also to process meaningless, which is unstructured data into information by cleaning the data, and also transformation into knowledge. And then it is sometimes referred to as knowledge discovery in databases. And the next point that we have written here is techniques and algorithms. So data mining employs a wide range of techniques and algorithms. Why that techniques and algorithms are used? To extract insights from the data. So this may include like statistical methods or machine learning algorithms. All these techniques and algorithms may include a lot more. Okay, these everything comes under data mining. And what else? In that particular before, what we have seen, it is showing that there are 5 tasks which represent the fundamental techniques in data mining. So what are these 5 tasks? What are these 5 tasks? Before going into this topic, we'll talk about an example here. So we have just written what is data mining and what we do with the help of data mining, right? Now let's talk about an example. Okay, so we consider an example, right? Like what? Okay, so let's consider an example of retail store sales analysis. Retail store sales analysis example. Let's consider this example. So here, what is it? Imagine you are the manager of a retail store chain. So that particular retail store is having multiple branches across different locations. So now you have to access that vast amount of sales data, including the information about like customer purchases and then product details, and then time of purchase and store location. Okay, so let's consider like you are a manager of a particular retail store and it is having multiple branches across different locations. Now we have to access vast amount of sales data. Like what? What are the customers' purchases happening and what are the products present, the product details and the time of purchase and the store locations. All of these things we have to get the information about. Now within this, how we can use data mining? Within this, how we can use data mining? Let's see. Okay. So how we can just use the data mining here? Now, first, let's start discussing about what is the goal first. So our goal here is to increase the sales. Here our goal is to increase the sales and to improve overall store performance. To increase the sales and improve overall store performance, how we can improve the store performance? By identifying the patterns and trends in which we have to identify the patterns and trends. We have to identify the patterns and trends in customer purchasing behavior. So we have to increase the sales and we want to improve the overall store performance. How we have to do this? By identifying the patterns and trends in customer purchasing behavior. By identifying the trends, we can identify which customer is purchasing which product more. All of these things we can get an understanding about, and then we can just use various techniques or method in order to increase the sales or overall store performance. Now, first step, what you have to do in order to do this? First, you have to collect the data, which means we have to do the data collection. So what is this data collection? We will collect and aggregate the data from various sources. Like what? As we talked about before, the online transactions happening or the point of sale systems, all of these things will get the information about. Now, our data set will contain millions of records, like what are the historical years data present. All of those data will collect it, which is nothing but a raw data. Now, what we have to do? We have to pre-process the data. We have to do the data pre-processing, which means before performing the data mining, we have to pre-process the data, like to clean it and to ensure the consistency, we have to do this data pre-processing. What is data pre-processing? This may include a lot of steps like what we can handle the missing values, or we can remove the duplicate entries, or we can standardize the data formats. All of these things we will do in data pre-processing. So what is this example about? We are talking about data mining. So for that, we are about to discuss about an example. So here I have taken an example, which is a retail store sales analysis, within which my goal is to increase the sales and improve the overall store performance. For this, first of all, I have to collect the data. So whenever I collect the data that is not in the proper format, which is raw data or unstructured, so that I have to get meaningful information from that. Before doing the data mining, I have to pre-process the data. So after pre-processing the data, now we can use the data mining techniques. Now we can use the data mining techniques. So data mining techniques is nothing but, as we have talked about before, there are 5 tasks present over here, which represents the fundamental techniques. What are those? First one is estimation. Second one is forecasting. Third one is classification, clustering, and association. So what are these 5 tasks? What are these 5 tasks? So here, as we have talked about, there are basically 5 tasks which represents the fundamental techniques in data mining. So what are those 5 tasks? So first one that we have here is estimation. So what is estimation? So estimation is nothing but we will predict the numerical values based on the available data. So what is estimation? We will predict numerical values based on the available data. So whatever the data that we have in the data collection or pre-processing, based on the available data, we will just estimate or predict the numerical values. So why this estimation is useful for? This estimation is useful for forecasting the future trends or to understand the behavior of a particular system. So let's take an example for each and every task and we'll discuss about it. Okay, here what is the example for suppose? For suppose, consider there is a company that manufactures electronic gadgets. Okay, there is a company that manufactures electronic gadgets. So now that particular company wants to estimate the number of units they will sell in the next quarter. What is it? Here I'm taking an example here. So for suppose there is a company which is manufacturing electronic gadgets. Company which is manufacturing electronic gadgets. You can take any example. I'm just giving you a sample one. So a company is there, it is manufacturing the electronic gadgets. So that particular company want to estimate the number of units, they will sell in the next quarter. So they want to just know how many number of units they will sell in the next quarter so that they can plan accordingly their production and inventory. For those purpose, they want to estimate the number of units they will sell in the next quarter. So for that, what they will do? They can use already available data or historical sales data. Along with that, the factors like we have to keep in mind the advertising expenditure, market trends, all of those things. With the help of the available data, we will estimate the sales which is happening in the previous years and all. So based on that, we will estimate the number of units that will be sold in the next quarter. That is nothing but prediction, which is estimation. So out of the 5 tasks that is present in the data mining techniques, the first one is estimation, which is nothing but predicting the numerical values based on the available data. So why this estimation is basically useful? It is useful for forecasting the trends or patterns or understanding the behavior of a system. That is nothing but estimation. So what is the next one? So estimation is fine. What is forecasting? You already know all of these things. Let's have a simple discussion about everything. So the next one that we have is forecasting. So forecasting and prediction is same, but there is a difference between both of those. So forecasting is similar to the estimation, but forecasting mostly focuses on predicting the future values or trends based on the historical data. So forecasting and estimation is almost similar, but forecasting, it will focus mainly on predicting the future values or trends based on the historical data. Okay, this is also, we can take the same example. So there is an online retail store present that wants to forecast the demand for a particular product. So there, for suppose that particular retail store is selling smartphones, all of those products. So it wants to know or it wants to forecast the demand for how much smartphones are going to sell for the upcoming holiday season. So all those things we can just estimate or predict or forecast based on the prehistorical data. That is nothing but forecasting. So forecasting and estimation are mostly same, but forecasting focuses on predicting the future values based on historical data. And the next one that we have is classification. The next one that we have is classification. So what is classification? Classification is nothing but categorizing the data into predefined classes or categories based on their features or attributes. What is it? Classification is nothing but categorizing the data into predefined classes or categories based on their features or attributes. So here we will have an example here. So imagine there is a bank. Okay, imagine there is a bank. They want to classify the loan applicants as low risk or high risk. So here there is a bank. A bank wants to classify the loan applicants as low risk or high risk. So based on their credit balance or credit history, their income, and other factors, they will just classify the loan applicants. Okay. So for this, they will use the classification algorithm. So classification is nothing but categorizing the data into predefined classes or categories based on their features or attributes. So here I have taken an example like a bank wants to classify the loan applicants as either low risk or high risk based on their credit history, income, and other factors. So for this, they can use the classification algorithm to analyze their past loan data and create a model and then classify the data into predefined classes. This is nothing but the third task, which is classification. So estimation, forecasting, classification, and what are the others? There is the next one, which is nothing but clustering. So clustering, what is this one? Clustering involves grouping similar data points together into or together based on their characteristics or features. So grouping similar data into clusters is nothing but clustering. So example, we can take any example. So imagine there is a marketing department. Okay. They want to segment the customers or cluster the customers or group the customers based on their purchasing behavior. So they will group like what? Whoever the people which like who will shop frequently, they will categorize them under frequent shoppers. Or some of them are budget conscious buyers. Like we will just keep a budget some people and go for the shopping, right? So they will categorize all those people under this particular category or this particular group. So clustering is nothing but grouping similar data points or similar data together based on their characteristics or features. And the last one that we have is association. The last one that we have is association. So association involves discovering the relationship or association between different variables in a data set. So association is nothing but discovering the relationships or association between different variables or items in a data set. So these all comes under the 5 tasks which usually represent the fundamental techniques of data mining. So the 5 tasks which represent fundamental techniques in data mining are estimation, forecasting, classification, clustering, and association. So this is just the introduction of data mining, which we will do with the help of the tool, which is RapidMiner. So data mining is nothing but there is raw data present, which is not in a proper manner, which is meaningless or unstructured. We are pre-processing the data collected or raw data into meaningful information. And from that information, we can gain the knowledge. That knowledge can be used for future purposes to make informed decisions. So that is why data mining is known as knowledge discovery in databases. So this includes 5 tasks like estimation, forecasting, classification, clustering, and association. So estimation, as I talked about, it is predicting the numerical values based on the available data. Forecasting is similar to estimation, but here it specifically focuses on predicting the future trends based on historical data. And the classification is nothing but categorizing the data into predefined classes or categories based on their features. And then clustering. Clustering is grouping similar data together based on the features. And last one we have is association. Association mining or association involves discovering the relationships or association between different variables in a data set. So these all comes under data mining techniques. These all comes under data mining techniques. So before we have talked about an example, which is a retail store. So there is a retail store present and it want to improve the sales, which is their goal. Now for that, we have collected the data and we pre-process the data. After doing everything, we will apply any of these techniques according to our requirement, which is nothing but data mining. So what we have talked before, there is an example that we have taken. So retail store sales analysis is an example. Their goal is to increase the sales by identifying the patterns and trends in customer purchasing behavior. Now for that, we will collect the data first, which is the raw data, and then we will pre-process the data, which includes converting the meaningless information into, converting the meaningless data into information from which we get the knowledge. And then we will apply any of the 5 tasks that we have discussed before, which comes under data mining techniques. So what we can apply here, like we can apply association or clustering or prediction, we can do whatever we want. Okay. So now for suppose, let's take an example, what we can apply in this particular example. So for suppose, I'll apply here association. So what is association? Association here is, I will use this association technique of data mining to identify which products are frequently purchased together. For example, like I have understood, like the customers who are buying milk are also likely to purchase bread and eggs. So with the help of association, I can understand the frequently purchased products together. So that is nothing but association. And what else I can use in this example? I can go for clustering. So how we can use clustering in this example? So I can apply this clustering analysis to segment the customers into various groups based on their purchasing behavior, just like we have talked about before. So whoever are mostly preferring to buy or mostly budget shoppers, I can just cluster them into one group, and also based on their similar data points or whatever, we can group all those purchasing behavior. Based on the purchasing behavior, I can group them together into different clusters. So this is about the simple data mining. So data mining, just give me a second. Sorry, guys. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. So there is a particular form given to you in the chat box. So just open that Google form and fill that with your information so that you can get the details about the RapidMiner. Can you do that for 5 minutes? I'll give a 5-minute break. You can do that quickly. Then we will continue the session. Okay, in the chat box, you can see there is a link present there, which is a Google form. So just open that link and then you can fill that form, provide your details. You can get the information about the RapidMiner and all. Okay, I'll be on mute and I'll continue the session after 5 minutes. Guys, everybody who joined late, maybe you missed whatever that I've told. So in the chat box, there is like a link provided. Can you just go through that link, which is a Google form? Fill that with your details. You will get the information about the RapidMiner, just I told before. So a few people missed out filling that form. Can you please fill that form? We can continue with the session. Everyone, there is a link posted in the chat. You can go through that link, which is a Google form. Fill that with your information. You will get the details about the RapidMiner. So I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Just fill that form. We'll continue the session. So everybody done with filling the form? Anybody missed out filling the form? So guys, everybody who missed out filling the form, can you please fill the form? There is a link provided in the chat box, which I've mentioned before. There are a few more people who didn't fill the form. So once you fill it, we can continue the session, everybody. Okay, guys, let's continue with the session. As I mentioned before, whoever missed filling out the form, which was provided the link in chat box, just go through that link and fill that form. Let's start with the session, okay? We have discussed about up to data mining. Now let's see what is present over here. Okay, so the data mining is done and we have discussed about the 5 tasks also. Now let's see what is the next thing present. So as we have talked about, RapidMiner is nothing but a no-code development platform. So what do you mean by no-code development platform? So here you can see Python and R are the most popular programming languages for data mining at the moment. But if you are short on time or if you're not familiar with the Python, you can utilize the no-code development platform. So what are these no-code development platforms? Okay, we are talking about no-code development platforms. Okay, so no-code development platforms are nothing but a software platform. So what is the use of it? It will allow the users to create applications or perform various tasks related to data mining without writing any code. That is nothing but no code. So that these are also software tools which allows the users to create applications or perform various data mining tasks without writing any code. So here, as we have talked about before, Python and R are the popular languages for data mining, but if some users are short on time, or if they are not familiar with Python, how to write the code and all, they can simply use the no-code development platform. Okay, so now these no-code development platform enables the users to perform data mining tasks with a drag and drop interface. What is drag and drop? You already know drag and drop if you have learned before.
DataScience. Course,
Sorry, maybe I'm not able to see my screen. Okay, now you can see my screen, yes? We are talking about no-code development platforms. So no-code development platform is nothing but these are the software tools which allows the users to create applications or perform tasks without writing any code. So here they are providing with a drag and drop interface, which will be easy for the user. Now, it also enables us to develop projects. Okay. So this enables us to develop data mining projects without coding, which we have talked before. So what is the use of it? Both the developers as well as the non-developers can use these tools to practice rapid data mining development. So what are these? No-code development platforms are nothing but the software tools which will help the users to create the applications without writing any code. So whoever does not whoever are not familiar with Python or any programming language to write the code, they can simply use these platforms to create applications. Now, it also provides a drag and drop components in order to create those applications, which is easy for the users. And also, as we have talked, Python and R are the programming languages in the field of data mining and data analysis, which are used widely right now. So they have a lot of libraries and frameworks, but within that, they should have people who are using that particular platforms, they should have some programming knowledge in order to write the code to create applications. But whoever like us, if we are not familiar with Python to write the code, so what we have to do? We have an alternative platform, which is no-code development platforms. So what are these no-code development platforms? Like examples, what are those? So there are a lot of no-code development platforms like Google AutoML, Microsoft Power Platform, and also the tool that we are about to discuss is also a no-code development platform, which is RapidMiner. So there are a lot of benefits with this, like what, as this is useful for everybody who don't have even any programming skills, that is nothing but it is accessible to wider audience. So there are a lot of advantages of no-code development platforms, like no-code development platforms or no-code platforms make the data mining accessible to wider audience, like individuals who are not having any technical background. So those people can also use these tools to get the knowledge about data mining. And also what? So it is also easy to use. Why? Because this is just drag and drop interface. As we have talked about, it is allowing a drag and drop interface, which is easy for everybody to use. And also, using these platforms, users can build data mining projects very quickly. So this also reduces the development time. So there are a lot of advantages of all of these platforms present. Out of all those different platforms, we will discuss mostly about RapidMiner. Okay, so why we are talking about this no-code development platform and data mining, what is the use of it? Why we are talking about that? Just give me a second. Somebody written something in the chat box. Nidish, maybe you will get the access later. I don't know exactly. Somebody will help you with with your query in the chat box. Okay. Okay. So here we are discussing about the no-code platforms and data mining because here, as we talked about, RapidMiner is nothing but a tool in which we will use data mining concepts or data mining algorithms without writing any code. So that is why we told like RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. So that is why we have talked about data mining. We have talked about no-code development platform. Now we will go into the topic of RapidMiner. Okay. Okay. So what we have discussed, we'll just have a quick recap. So data mining is nothing but we are collecting the raw data within which we will just convert that or pre-process the data to get meaningful information, which is nothing but data pre-processing that we have talked about before, which is useful to find the hidden patterns or uncover patterns or trends from vast amount of data in order to get insights from the data. That is data mining. And this no-code development platform, what is this one? Here, without writing the code, we can just develop the applications or create the applications and perform various data mining tasks without even knowing any Python or any code. Any people who are not having any programming skills, still they can just go for these platforms to create the applications. So one of that we are about to discuss is RapidMiner. So now let's see what is present later. The next sheet. Okay, now coming to what is RapidMiner. So what is RapidMiner? So as we have seen the tagline before, RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. Fine. So it is a comprehensive data science platform with a visual workflow design and full automation. It means what is that we don't have to write any code for performing any data mining tasks. And also it is one of the most popular data science tool. So Altair, a leader in artificial intelligence and computational science, this has brought RapidMiner, which is a top provider of advanced data analytics and machine learning software. So this acquisition will likely help Altair to offer more comprehensive solutions to the customers by combining the RapidMiner technology with its own. So here, what is this one? RapidMiner is like a toolbox for a data scientist. It has everything you need to analyze data and find insights. And also it is very easy to use because of its platform, because of its visual workflow design. Okay, here you don't have to write any code for performing any task. And this is one of the most popular data science tool. So what is visual workflow design and full automation? So it is having a visual workflow design and full automation. What does that mean? So this means that as it was given over here, instead of writing lines of code, you can create your data analysis process visually. So it's like dragging and dropping a puzzle pieces to build your analysis. So here, plus once you set it up, RapidMiner can run everything automatically, which will save you your effort and time. So visual workflow design and full automation is nothing but instead of writing lines of code, you can create your data analysis process visually. Okay, and no code is required as we have talked about. You don't need to write any code to use this RapidMiner. So that is why it is accessible to wider range of audience or people who don't have any programming knowledge or any programming background. Still, they can use these tools for creating the applications or for data mining purpose. And also, this is one of the most popular data science tool. And also, it is under the leadership of Altair, acquisition by Altair. It is a big player in the world of technology. It has brought the RapidMiner. And as we talked, there are various uses in different industries because of the RapidMiner. Like in business, companies can use this RapidMiner to make better decisions based on the data. And commercial, like what? Businesses that sell the products or services also can use this RapidMiner to improve their operations or anything. And it is also used for research purpose. Scientists and research can also use this RapidMiner to analyze the data and to make discoveries. And in education also we can use this RapidMiner. Like teachers and students can use this RapidMiner to learn about the data science and to conduct various experiments. So there are a lot of uses of this RapidMiner in various industries. So each of these each of the points that we have mentioned before, that will highlight how RapidMiner is a versatile tool and a powerful tool which makes the data science more accessible and efficient for everyone. So in each and every scenario, RapidMiner simplifies the data analysis process, which allows user to derive insights and to build models efficiently without writing any code. So this is just the introduction of RapidMiner. So as we have talked about in a simple two lines, I'll tell you what is RapidMiner. So RapidMiner is nothing but it is one of the popular data science tool. Why we are calling it that? Because here this is a no-code platform, which is nothing but its interface is easy for everybody to use. And also we can create the visualizations and perform the data mining tasks without writing any code. Just there is a drag and drop interface present over here, which is useful for every user to perform any task that he want. And it is also used in various industries like business, commercial, for research, education, training, and for various purposes, we can use this RapidMiner. And now we will talk about few additional points about RapidMiner. Okay, what are the additional points? What can we talk further about this? Let's talk about the uses or something. Okay, so here, first of all, it provides a user-friendly interface. So what is user-friendly interface means? What do you mean by user-friendly interface? So as we have talked about before, this is providing a visual interface or visual or full automation, like which is easy for everybody to use without writing the code. So here, RapidMiner has a user-friendly interface, like a drag and drop interface, like just like you have, if you have idea about Tableau or something, you can just imagine just like that, you will drag whatever that you want into the process and you can perform all the tasks. So because of that interface, we can call this as user-friendly interface. And what is the next point? And what is the next thing? So here we can tell like there is also extensive library of algorithms. So we can also tell an additional point about the RapidMiner, like RapidMiner offers a wide range of built-in algorithms for data pre-processing, for data modeling, for evaluation. All of these algorithms, like we have talked before, association, classification, clustering, all of these algorithms are built in RapidMiner. So this is one additional point. And what else? And what else? There are also deployment options present. So what is this one? So RapidMiner provides a flexible deployment options which enables user to deploy the models and workflows in various environment. So as we talked about, without even having the knowledge, if you have just the basic knowledge of what is what, you can use these tools and you can perform all the tasks. Like you can perform EDA, you can perform data pre-processing, you can deploy the model, create a model. All of these things you can do with the help of RapidMiner. So one of few of the additional points that we can add to this is it is having user-friendly interface, which is nothing but drag and drop interface, which is easy for everybody to use without writing any code. Now, extensive library of algorithms. like RapidMiner also offers a wide range of built-in algorithms for data pre-processing, for data modeling, and also for evaluation purpose. And also RapidMiner provides flexible deployment options, so which will be helpful for the users to deploy their models and workflows in various environments. And also you can talk about various things. We can also add a point like scalability. So what is scalability? So here, RapidMiner is designed to handle large data sets and also complex analytical tasks. So it can efficiently process and analyze the data of different sizes from small data sets to big data environments. So this also we can call it as one of the advantage of RapidMiner, which is scalability. And also we can talk about other things it is having advanced features, or it is having vibrant community and support, or it is also having integration capabilities. All of those things we can just take under the advantages of using. Yeah. So advantages of using this RapidMiner, which is a no-code development platform. So this is just the intro about it. Now let's see what is present here. Okay, so now let's discuss about what are the different products present in RapidMiner. So RapidMiner offers both free and paid versions of its software. So there are different products you can see, which is highlighted in green color. So RapidMiner Studio, RapidMiner Go, RapidMiner Auto Model, RapidMiner Service, Turbo Prep, RapidMiner Radu, and AI Hub. These are the different products offered by RapidMiner. So what is the purpose of each and every tool? We'll discuss in a simple manner. So first of all, RapidMiner Studio. So what is this tool? So RapidMiner Studio, it is the main tool for data analysis. So it's like a toolbox for analyzing the data or exploring the data. So here it is available in both free version as well as paid version. Okay, the free version is called RapidMiner Studio Free. You can see here the free version is known as RapidMiner Studio Free. What is the use of it? It provides access to many features and functionalities for data mining, machine learning, and predictive analytics. So, but compared to the paid version of RapidMiner Studio, the free version is having fewer limitations. Okay, so what is this one? The first tool that we have is RapidMiner Studio. The purpose of it is it is the main tool for data analysis purpose. So there are free versions and paid versions available in this particular product. So when we compare the features of free version and paid version is having more advanced features and capabilities compared with the free version. Okay, so the second product or second tool of RapidMiner that we have is RapidMiner Go. So what is the use of this RapidMiner Go? So RapidMiner Go, it is a simpler, a web-based version of RapidMiner Studio. So RapidMiner also offers a free web-based version called as RapidMiner Go. What is this useful for? It is designed for easy and quick data analysis tasks. So we can call it as a simplified version of RapidMiner Studio. It is suitable for users who need basic data analysis capabilities. So if you want to perform advanced data analytics, you can go for the paid version of RapidMiner Studio. For the basic things, you can go for this web-based version. It is fine. So based on your purpose, you can use different types of products which are already available. Next, the third product. Coming to the third product we have is RapidMiner Auto Model. So RapidMiner Auto Model, this is a paid add-on to the RapidMiner Studio. What is the use of it? It provides automated machine learning capabilities, which makes easier to build and deploy the models. So you can see this auto model coming in the coming session. We will install the application, and within that, it is incorporated in that particular product. We will see this auto model as well. Okay, this auto model is used to build and deploy the predictive models. And the fourth one that we have is RapidMiner Server. So what is the RapidMiner Server? It is a platform for businesses to run and manage data analysis process, collaborate with the teams, and deploy the predictive models. So just like you have Tableau server or Power BI service, just like that, it is nothing but a collaborative platform. So here also, it is a platform for business to run and manage data analysis process and also collaborate with the teams and also to deploy your predictive models. This is the fourth product, which is RapidMiner server. Next, what you have? The next one that you have is RapidMiner Turbo Prep. So RapidMiner Turbo Prep, it is used or it will be useful for the users to clean and prepare the data for analysis by offering a user-friendly interface. Okay, it is also having functions like what? Filtering, sorting, automated data profiling, all these things are present in Turbo Prep. So Turbo Prep also you can see within the tool that we are going to use in the further session. So whoever is doing that, just don't do it. Okay. So what we are talking about, RapidMiner Turbo Prep, it is a tool, one of the product of RapidMiner. The basic purpose of it is clean and prepare the data for analysis. It is having various functions like filtering, sorting, and also automated data profiling. The last two that we have, last but one, RapidMiner Radu. What is this one? It is for analyzing big data using technologies like Hadoop and Spark. So it integrates with the RapidMiner Studio to perform predictive modeling on large-scale data sets. We will see all these things in the coming session. So just have like a bit understanding of every product. So AI Hub is the last one. This is the centralized platform for managing and sharing machine learning models, data, and the workflows within the organization. So this will help the team to collaborate effectively on data science projects, and also the models are deployed securely and efficiently. So these are the different products presents. These products provide comprehensive solutions for different aspects for the data science lifecycle. So as I have told before, depending upon whatever that you want to perform, you can use any product that you want. If you want to perform basic data analysis activities, you can go for the second web-based version, which is RapidMiner Go. If you want to have advanced data analytical features and all, you can go for the paid version of Studio. If you want to collaborate with the teams, you can go for Server. If you want to clean the data, you can go for Turbo Prep. So depending upon the purpose, you can use any tool that you want. So we will have just a quick understanding of everything. So there is the first one, RapidMiner Studio. So here we have a free version and also a paid version. Basically, it is useful for data analysis purpose. So comparing the paid version with the free version, paid version is having more advanced features compared with the free version. And the second one is a web-based version, which is RapidMiner Go. If you want to perform or deal with quick and easy data analysis tasks, you can go for this RapidMiner Go. And the third one is Auto Model. This is present. This is going to be seen in our further session in whatever the product that we download. So this is an add-on to the RapidMiner Studio, which we are about to download. So what is the purpose of it? It is used to build and deploy the predictive models. And the server is to collaborate with the teams and to deploy. And the next one is Turbo Prep, which is used for cleaning the data. And Hadoop is for handling the big data using technologies like Hadoop and Spark. And the last one is AI Hub for managing and sharing machine learning models. So all of these are the different products present, which are about RapidMiner. So up to here, what we have seen, everybody? So up to here, we have discussed about what is data mining and what do you mean by no-code development platform. And RapidMiner is a no-code development platform. Why it is called so? We have seen the intro of RapidMiner. And also we have discussed what are the different products available in this RapidMiner. So these are just the introductions. Now let's go into the next thing, which is advantages of RapidMiner. So what are the advantages present? So it has an easy to use interface and also a friendly environment. What is this one which we have already talked about? So RapidMiner provides a user-friendly interface that makes easy for both beginners and also the experienced users to perform any data analysis tasks or to create any applications that they want. Why it is easy for any user? Because there is no need to write the code for here. Or we can also say there is a drag and drop interface, which is understandable for everybody, even though we don't have any experience in those tools and all. So it is having easy to use interface, which is friendly interface and friendly environment. That is the first advantage. Now, what is the second one? We can do the data pre-processing, visualization, prediction, machine learning, deep learning, and text mining in one application without making or without writing any code. So as we have seen, so without coding, we have different functionalities present by using RapidMiner. So RapidMiner allows a user to perform different tasks. What are those? Like data pre-processing, we can do. Visualizing the data, visualizations also we can do. And we can predict the data. We can perform machine learning. We can perform deep learning and also text mining. Everything we can do in a single tool. And what is the main thing here? We don't have to write any code to perform all of these things. That is the main advantage. So here, the first one is having a drag and drop, which is a user-friendly interface. And the second one is performing various kind of tasks like data pre-processing, visualizing, prediction, machine learning, all of these things without writing any code. And the third one that we have is, it has more than 1500 methods for data integration, data transformation, analysis, modeling, as well as visualization. Just like we have talked about before, it is having an extensive library of methods or algorithms. You can call whatever you want. So RapidMiner is having a vast library of more than 1500 methods. So this extensive collection of methods, it will provide the users with wide range of tools and techniques to tackle various data analysis challenges and all. So there is an extensive library present, and also we can perform different tasks without writing code. There is a user-friendly interface present. And what is the last point? It can perform attribute selection as well as outlier detection. So what is this one? It also offers features for both attribute selection and outlier detection. What is the use of it? What is attribute selection and what is outlier detection? So attribute selection is nothing but it will help to streamline the modeling process by focusing on most informative features. Attribute selection will help streamline the modeling process by focusing on most informative features. Outlier detection, you already know, it helps to identify the data points that may skew the analysis results and all. So which is nothing but the extreme values detection. So all of these things we can do in a single tool, which is RapidMiner. So the advantage is, there are a lot of advantages. We have mentioned few over here. One is user-friendly interface, performing various tasks without writing any code, having extensive library of methods, and also it is used or it offers features for attribute selection and outlier detection. So these are the various advantages present. And what is the next thing? What is the next thing present? So there is provided here differences between the advantages and disadvantages of RapidMiner. So we have seen advantages, easy to use interface and a friendly environment, performing various tasks without writing any code, extensive library, which is more than 1500 methods, and also performing attribute selection and outlier detection with the help of RapidMiner. Okay, these we have seen before. Now, what about the disadvantages? So coming to the disadvantages here, so it will be more suitable for it will be more suitable for use by users who are familiar with data and databases because the application requires the ability to manipulate SQL statements and files, and some terms must be known beforehand. What is this one? RapidMiner may be mostly suitable for the users who are familiar with data and databases. So users need to understand certain terms and concepts beforehand to effectively use the application. So there is a small disadvantage present over here. What is that one? Whoever the users that want to use this RapidMiner tool, They need to understand certain terms and concepts beforehand in order to use this tool efficiently. What is that one? So it is more suitable for the users who are familiar with the data and databases. And what is the second disadvantage? When we use this RapidMiner, this application uses a fairly large allocation of RAM, so it is recommended to use an adequate device. Okay, when using the RapidMiner, the application consumes a significant amount of RAM, especially when we are processing larger data sets. So users need to ensure that they have adequate hardware resources to run this application smoothly. So that is one more disadvantage present. What is the first one? So users should be familiar with certain terms and concepts before using this tool effectively. And second one is there is users need to ensure that they have adequate hardware resources present in order to run this particular tool smoothly, particularly when we are dealing with larger data sets. Okay, what is the next one? So there is a limit of records present. So RapidMiner has limitations on the amount of data it can process. The free version can handle up to 10,000 rows of data. Okay, if you want to use millions of records and all, you have to go for the paid version. Okay, these are the advantages and disadvantages of RapidMiner. Okay, RapidMiner is basically a platform which we are about to use, in which we will perform various tasks like what? We will just import the data, like whatever the data that you want. You can use the inbuilt data or the data that you want to import. And then you have to pre-process the data, performing all the steps present. Like you can handle the missing values, you can detect the outliers. All of these steps you can perform. And also you can create the visualizations, you can build the models. All of these things we can do in a certain tool, which is RapidMiner, without writing any code. Just having a dragging and dropping interface will makes it accessible for a wider range of audience. That is nothing but RapidMiner. So here there are fewer disadvantages present. So before using the RapidMiner tool, users should be familiar with certain terms and concepts, so that like users who are having the knowledge of data and databases, it is fine. If not, we should get some knowledge before using this tool. And also it is when we are processing larger data sets, it will consume a significant amount of RAM. So you need to ensure that you have adequate hardware resources present to run your particular application smoothly. And also the free versions of the tools, it will limit the data that we can process. So if we want to process larger data sets, we have to go for paid version. So these are like a few of the advantages and disadvantages present. Let's see what is present next. The next one that we have is RapidMiner use in industries. So what is this RapidMiner use in industries? As we have talked about, this tools can be used in various industrial purposes and all. So first one here we have is manufacturing. So what is manufacturing? So RapidMiner, how we can use this in manufacturing? So RapidMiner helps manufacturers. How we can help the manufacturers with the help of this particular tool? It can optimize the production process, or by using this tool, we can just improve the quality control or predict the equipment failures. All of these things we can understand with the help of RapidMiner. So it is used in various industries. First one that we have is manufacturing. Like a car manufacturer can use this RapidMiner to analyze his data, or a financial service like what? So for suppose bank, you have bank. So a bank is there. It may use the RapidMiner to analyze the transaction data to detect any suspicious activities happened or not. So for various purposes, we can use RapidMiner. So manufacturing, like I have taken like a company or a car manufacturer, which can use this RapidMiner to analyze the sensor data from prediction lines. So why this analyzing is used? As we talked about, we will analyze the data to uncover any hidden patterns present or trends present. With the help of that, we can do the estimation, forecasting, all of those things. Next, what? Healthcare. Hospital can also use RapidMiner to analyze the patient data. And then automotive. So what is automotive? So auto manufacturer can also use RapidMiner to analyze what maybe warranty claims data. So there are a lot of different purposes. So manufacturing, financial services, healthcare, automotive, CPG retail and e-commerce, insurance, energy, like how can we call it as maybe a utility company. A utility company may use the RapidMiner to analyze sensor data from power plants, just like that is comes under energy. And communication is nothing but what? We can take a telecom. Telecom communication can use RapidMiner. And travel, transport, and logistics. So logistics company can use RapidMiner to analyze maybe shipping data. So all of these different industries can use RapidMiner for various purposes. This is about RapidMiner use in industries. So we have talked about introduction to RapidMiner, and also we have seen advantages and disadvantages, and also different products of RapidMiner and the purpose of each and every product. And at last, we have discussed about what is the use of RapidMiner in industries. Now, what is there? What kind of data set RapidMiner can process? What kind of data set RapidMiner can process? RapidMiner can handle all sorts of data from your company systems to files of different types, even data stored in cloud. Like it works with structured data as well as unstructured data, whether it's from a database or NoSQL system or cloud storage like Dropbox, any data RapidMiner can use and analyze. So what is it? First of all, we have here, it works with structured data. So what is structured data? RapidMiner can handle structured data. Structured data is nothing but the data which is organized into rows and columns, just like an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet. So examples, how can we take the examples of structured data? Like there is sales data present. So sales data contains a different columns like what? Maybe prices or quantities or customer demographics, like what is the age of the person. All of those things we can see in a perfect rows and columns, which is structured data. So RapidMiner can process structured data like spreadsheets. And what is unstructured data? So RapidMiner is also capable of processing unstructured data, so which is nothing but the data which is not having any predefined format, and it is more complex. So what are the examples? Here you can see the examples for text data, image data, audio data. All of these things comes under unstructured data. The next one that we have is data from various sources. So RapidMiner can analyze data from variety of sources like what? Maybe databases. Databases like you have MySQL, PostgreSQL, or SQL Server. Any of those data can process with the help of RapidMiner. And NoSQL systems. NoSQL systems is nothing but non-relational databases like you can take MongoDB, Cassandra. From all of those also we can process the data. And last we have is cloud storage. So cloud storage is nothing but we have services like Dropbox, Google Drive, or Amazon S3. All of those data can also be processed with the help of RapidMiner. And what is the last thing? It is easy to use and it does not require any special training, making data analysis accessible to everybody. So this we have talked about before. So any people who is not having effective knowledge of any programming knowledge or all, even those persons or those people can just use this. So even the developers can use the tool like RapidMiner, and even non-developers can also use the tool like RapidMiner. Why this is accessible to everybody? Because it is very easy to use and it does not require any special training because of its interface and no-code platform. So this is about the kind of data set RapidMiner can process. It can process structured data like spreadsheets, unstructured data like text data, image data, and audio data, and also databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and also SQL Server, and NoSQL system like MongoDB, Cassandra. and cloud storage services like Dropbox, Amazon S3, or Google Drive. So all of these data can be processed effectively for analyzing purpose with the help of RapidMiner. Okay. So RapidMiner can also integrate with companies' existing system and databases and analyze that data also, like enterprise resource planning systems or CRM systems. All of those systems can also be integrated with the help of RapidMiner to process that data. So this is about the data that we can process with the help of RapidMiner. Now, what else is there? And also we have talked about we can just use this RapidMiner for even larger data sets, right? So we can use this RapidMiner to process data sets of various sizes, like whether it is big data, like what Hadoop, Spark, all of those things can also be processed, or small data sets like CSV files or SQL queries or spreadsheets. For those things also we can use this RapidMiner. So there are a lot of advantages which we can mention while talking like this. We can use like we can process any type of data with the help of RapidMiner, and also processing all of those things is also very easy for everybody because of its platform or interface. And also there is no need to write the code in this particular tool in order to perform any data mining task that you want. So this is about the intro of RapidMiner. Now, what else is present? Now, what else is there? So before going into downloading this RapidMiner Studio, we will see any topic left out. So we'll have a quick recap of everything that we have seen about the RapidMiner itself, okay? So RapidMiner is a tool which is a no-code platform in which we can perform any data mining task or any like different tasks like data pre-processing, visualization, anything without writing any code. And also, this is very easy for everybody to use. So this is accessible for everybody. This is accessing or providing the data mining features for wider range of audiences. And also we have seen a lot of advantages before, but along with that, we have fewer advantages, which we have to keep in mind. And we can use this in various industries like education, training, manufacturing, all of those things. And also we have seen what kind of data sets a RapidMiner can process. Okay. And we will talk about just the features of RapidMiner in brief manner, and we'll talk about how to download and install a particular tool. Okay. So let's talk about the features. First, we have seen it is having a visual workflow design. Like what? It is having user-friendly interface, which is a drag and drop interface, and users can also create a complex data analysis pipeline without writing any code. So simply by what? Arranging and connecting all of these things we will see when we download the tool. Okay, that is visual workflow design. It is having extensive toolbox or extensive library of methods or algorithms, we can call it as. And also it is having a feature called scalability, which is we can handle larger data sets, and it can integrate with various data sources like structured, unstructured, whether it is big data or small data sources, anything we can process with the help of RapidMiner. And we can also deploy the predictive models, which is helpful for model deployment. So these are all the things we can do with the help of RapidMiner. Now, before going into installation and downloading this RapidMiner Studio tool, we'll have a quick 10-minute break and we'll get back. And whoever did not fill the form that is present, like the link is provided in the chat box, you can go to that link, which is a Google form. Fill that form, provide your details. You will get the information about RapidMiner. Okay, in the meantime of 10-minute break, you can do that and we'll get back after 10 minutes. Okay, everybody, let's continue with the session. So, yeah, Sairam and Yashwant, the link will be shared just in a second. Okay, somebody asked some question, I guess. So I didn't see it. Okay, so here, what is the difference between clustering and association? Okay, fine. Let us talk clustering and association with a small example, then we'll move on to this download, okay? So for suppose, imagine you have a bag with different colored marbles. So you know marbles, right? So for suppose you have a bag of different colored marbles. Now what I want to do is, within that different colors, I want to group, like I want to create a cluster or a pile with similar colored marbles. That comes under clustering. So clustering is nothing but grouping similar things together. So in this particular case or example that we have taken, we are grouping together the similar colored marbles, which comes under clustering. Clustering is nothing but grouping similar things together or similar type of data points or similar objects. You can call whatever you want. Clustering is nothing but grouping the similar things together. Whereas association is nothing but association is mostly useful to find the relationships or patterns between different items. Like before we have talked about an example, right? For suppose there is a customer present. So whoever, the customers who are buying milk, they are also buying bread. That is nothing but the relationship between two items or products. So here, to find out the relationship between or patterns between two items, we'll go for association. In order to group the similar things, we'll go for clustering. So that is about clustering and association. I hope that is clear for you. So just give me a second. I'll post that link in the chat box. Just a second. Okay, everybody, I'm posting the link in the WhatsApp again. Sorry, chat box again. Yeah. So whoever didn't fill the form or whoever did not see the link before, you can go through that link that I've posted in the chat box. You can open that link and fill that form. Okay. Okay. So I hope that clustering and association is clear. Now let's talk about downloading and installing RapidMiner Studio. So here, in order to download RapidMiner Studio, what is the use of RapidMiner Studio? So RapidMiner Studio is basically used to perform data analytical tasks and all. Here, you also have an incorporated RapidMiner auto model and also turbo prep. We'll see it in the further session. So first of all, we will just download RapidMiner first. So how to download this? To download the application, we have to go to the RapidMiner website. So RapidMiner website is nothing but open your browser and go to the official website of RapidMiner, which is www.rapidminer.com. So everybody, in order to download RapidMiner Studio, first of all, you have to go to the official website of RapidMiner. So open your browser and search for www.rapidminer.com. Once you type that, click on enter, you will get to this page. So I'll wait for two minutes in each and every step so that you can do parallelly with me. So open your browser and search for www.rapidminer.com and click on enter. You will get to this page. Okay, I hope everybody is done up to here. Once this is done, we will see what is the next step present. So first go to the official website. Now what we have to do, we have to scroll down on the website until you find the browse product trials option. So I'll go back to my browser. I have to scroll down. I'll close this one. I have to scroll down until I find browse product trials option. So once I find it, I have to click on it. So click on browse product trials to proceed. You'll be directed to a new window. What is it, everybody? So open your browser, search for www.rapidminer.com. You will get to this particular window where you have to scroll down to find the option browse product trials. Just click on this browse product trials. Once you click on this one, you will be redirected to a new window. When you scroll down here, you can see here 3 different product names along with the download now option. Once you click on once you click on that option that we have seen before, just a second, with browse product trials, once you click on it, you'll be directed to a new window where we have to click on download now option of Alter AI Studio. So we have got here 3 products, Alter AI Studio, Alter Monarch, and IoT Studio. So now we have to work with IO Studio. So just click on download now. So I already downloaded this application before. So I'm not doing the entire process, but I'll give you some time to download this so that we can work on it later. Okay, first everybody go to the official website. Once you click on www.rapidminer, you will come to this page. You can see the screenshots over here. Let me maximize the view. You can see the screenshot and you can follow accordingly. Once you go to that website, you can scroll down and you can find the browse product trial option. Once you find that option, click on that option. Once you click on that, you will get to a new window where you can see 3 different products present. Out of these 3 different products, click on the download now option of Alter AI Studio. Click on the download now option of Alter AI Studio product present. I'll wait for 2 more minutes and I'll move on to the next step. So everybody who is doing right now or whoever started right now, go to the official website, scroll down. You will find the browse product trials option. Click on that option. You will get this window where you have to click on download now of Alter AI Studio. The first one. Once you click on download now, you will get a form right now here like this. You have to fill this form. So fill out the form with your information and click on register. Then you will receive a mail to activate the account. So everybody, once you click on the download now option of Alter AI Studio, you will get this form. You have to fill this form. Whether you are going to use for educational purpose or commercial, select this option. Accordingly, you will get these options here at the bottom. Once you fill this form, just scroll down where you can find register option. Just click on that register option. So everybody, I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Fill this form. After filling this form, click on register at the bottom. Once you click on register, you will receive a mail in order to activate the account. So go to the official website and find the option. Let me show the screenshots. This is the first one, which is official website. And you will find the option here, the browse product trials. This you can find when you scroll down on the website. Okay. So browse product trials, click on that. You will get this window. Select the download now of Alter AI Studio. You will get this form. Just fill out this form. Fill out this form. Just give whatever this that is required, which is whether you're using for educational purpose or for commercial purpose. Select whatever the reason that you have and fill the form. And at the bottom, you have register option. Click on register. I'll be on mute. After 2 minutes, I'll start talking about the next step. In the meantime, fill this form and click on register and find whether you got the mail or not. I hope everybody filled the form. If not, fill it. Not that form that I've sent in the chat box. This RapidMiner Studio form. Okay. So fill out this form and click on register. Once you click on register, you will get a mail. So just like this, we have sent a confirmation mail to your particular mail ID. So click on that link in order to activate your account. So whatever the link that you got in your mail, just click on that link and just provide your credentials again and activate your account. So here, this is the mail. So once you activate your account, you will get a mail, which is nothing but, which is like this. Verify this mail. You have this option, right? Click on this, verify this mail. Thank you for registering. Please confirm your email address to activate. You have to click on verify this mail. Once you verified your account, you will return to the website and you have to sign in here using your email and password. Everybody, I'll repeat it after the form onwards. So here, after you fill the form, you have to click on register option at the bottom. Once you click on the register, you will get a mail just like this. In this mail, you have this button in green color, which is verify this mail. You have to click on verify this mail. Once you verified your mail, you have to again sign in using your mail and password. So as I told in the form, you can select any purpose that you have, which is educational or this here. I will show it again. So anything you can select. If you are working, you can use it for commercial purpose, for business and all. If you are a student, so you can use for educational purpose. Accordingly, you will get all these options. For suppose if you select your business purpose, like a commercial purpose, you will get like which organization you're working, what is your role, all of these things you will get. But in educational purpose, you won't get all these things. So accordingly, you can choose and fill the form. So fill this form, click on register and verify whether you got the mail or not. Within the mail, just click on this link. It will ask you again for the mail and password that you have given before. Once you give your mail and password, you will get to this window. So I'll wait for a few more minutes until you get to this window. Then we'll talk about the downloads and all. Okay. Okay. Others also. If it is done or still you're working, I'll wait for again 2 more minutes and I'll start talking about the next step. I hope everybody's done up to here. Everybody got this window, I guess. So within this window, you have to click on downloads. This session is not in recording, I hope so, Vamshi. Okay. So coming back, here you have this window coming, right? Within this, you have downloads, the first option. Click on downloads. Once you click on this downloads option present over here, so you have to choose the appropriate option according to your operating system, whether it is Windows or Mac or Linux. What is yours, you can choose it here. Choose it here, then it will start downloading automatically. So once you verify your mail ID or verify your mail that you got, like in your mail, whatever the ID that you have given in the form, just click on that verify the mail option. Then it will ask you again for your mail ID and password. Once you verify your credentials, you will get to the window where you have downloads option like this. You have to click on this option downloads. Once you click on it, it will ask what operating system that you're currently working on. So mine is Windows, so I've selected Windows. Whatever, if it is Mac, you can select Mac. So click on whatever your operating system is. Then the application will start downloading automatically. So it will take a few minutes. Just wait. So that is the downloading part. I'll explain one more time, whoever joined late, maybe. You have to go to the official website, everybody. Open your browser, search for www.rapidminer.com. You will get to this page, like you can see it in the screenshot. And once you get to the page, once you scroll down, you will get this option, Browse Product Trials. Click on this. You will get this window. Click on Alter AI Studio, download now. Once you do this, you will get this form. Within this form, fill your details. And at the bottom, you have register option. Click on register. You will get a mail. So within this mail, you have this option, verify this mail. Click on verify this mail. Once you click on it, you will get to this window. Once you give your credentials and get verified, you have to click on download. Once you click on downloads, select your operating system, then the application will start downloading automatically. So I'll wait for 2 minutes until your application gets downloaded. Then we'll talk about how to install the application. I hope everybody downloaded this application. Is it downloaded? Akash, this RapidMiner Studio is not available in mobile right now. It is just a desktop application. So maybe you can see for now. Later you can use it. Or you can explore any mobile apps are present for RapidMiner. But this RapidMiner Studio that we are installing, it is not available to download on phones. So is the downloading done, everybody? Can I move on to the installation part? Yes, okay. So now let's talk about installation, everybody. So how to install this application? So downloading part is fine. Now how to install it? So open the downloaded application by double clicking on it. This will initiate the installation process. So whatever the application that you have downloaded before, just open that application. Once you open that application, you will get this installation wizard. Once you get this wizard, you have to click on next to proceed with the installation. Everybody, once your RapidMiner Studio is downloaded, just click on it to open. You will get this window, which is called installation wizard. So within this, you have next option at the bottom. Click on next option to proceed with the installation. Once you are done with that, you will get this review the license or like agreement present here. If like click on I agree option at the bottom. So review the license agreement, and if you agree to the terms, select I agree option. So first of all, in that wizard that you have got, installation wizard, click on next. Once you click on next, you will get this license agreement present. Within this, click on I agree option. Once you click on I agree, you will get this one, which is choose install location. This location is by default present something. If you want to change it, you can change using browse option. So wherever your application needs to be installed, you can change the destination folder and click on install. So whatever the application that we have downloaded before, double click on it and open that application. You will get the installation wizard. Click on next there. You will get the license agreement. Within that agreement, click on I agree option at the bottom. Once you click on I agree option at the bottom, once you click on I agree option, you will get this window. Here, if you want to change the destination folder, you can change it using browse option and click on install. The installation will take few minutes. Just wait for the application to get installed. Later, we'll talk about how to set up your application. So I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Just do this process of installation. We'll talk about the setup. So everybody, once the installation is done, just let me know in the chat box. I'll continue with the setup. So I hope everybody is done with the installation part. So before we have downloaded the application, so whatever the application that you have downloaded, you have to install it and then you have to set up. Then later you can use that application for all the tasks that we will do in future. So here, after it is successfully installed, after downloading and installing the RapidMiner, you will get this window where you have to select the option, use the RapidMiner license system. So once you download and install your RapidMiner, you will get this dialog box or a window which is select license. Within this, you have to select use the RapidMiner license system. Click on use the RapidMiner license system option. Once you click on this, next you will encounter a window where you need to check the box agreeing to the terms and conditions. Here at the bottom, you can see this checkbox. Click on this checkbox and click on I accept. Click on this checkbox and click on I accept. After you are done with downloading and installing, you will get this window where you have to choose use the RapidMiner license system option. Once you do this, you will get this again, which is a user license agreement. Click on this checkbox at the bottom that you are agreeing to the terms and conditions and click on I accept. Once you click on I accept, you will be asked again to re-enter your mail and password. Just write your mail ID and password that you have given in the form and click on login and install. So once you click on I accept in the user license agreement, you will get to this page where you have to re-enter your mail and password that you have given in the form before. Just enter the same mail and password and click on login and install. Once you click on login and install, your account will be authenticated and the installation process will commence. So once the installation is done, your RapidMiner account now will be ready for use. So your account and license looks good. So now it's time to start using RapidMiner. You're all set. Click on I am ready. So this is how you have to install or you have to download and you have to set up the RapidMiner Studio. So we have downloaded the application, which is RapidMiner Studio. So I've shown you each and every step. I hope everybody is done with that. After you're done with downloading, you have to install your application. So I've shown you the installation process as well. After you're done with installation, you have to set up your account. So how to set up, I'll show you one more time. So once you're done with downloading and installing, you will get this option where you have to choose the second one, use the RapidMiner license system. Once you click on this, you will get this license agreement. Within this, you have to check the box at the bottom, agreeing the terms, and click on I accept. Once you do this, it will ask you again to re-enter your mail and password. Just re-enter these details or credentials and click on login and install. Once everything is fine, you will get your window like this, which is I'm ready. Click on I'm ready. So following all these steps that we have discussed before, we can now successfully set up our RapidMiner account. You can see here, this is RapidMiner Studio. So we can start using this one. Once you are done with downloading, installing and setting up your account, once you click on I am ready, your window will look like this. So here on the left-hand side, you can go through all these things present. So tutorials. So you have here 1 to 5C. You can go through everything. If you don't want, you can close it with the help of cross mark present here. So this is how your RapidMiner window will look like. So if you close this tutorials, your window will look like mine. I'll open my application and I'll show it to you. So I want to open RapidMiner Studio. Just give it a second. So this is how your RapidMiner will look like. So we have to work on a new process. So I'll simply click on blank process. So see, this is how our window looks like. So we'll talk about each and every section separately in the further page, in the further slide of the PPT. So for now, just look at how your RapidMiner Studio is looking like. So the tutorial section is present on the left in that particular screenshot. You have a cross mark there, right? When you click on it, your window will look like this. So this is about how to download, install, and set up your RapidMiner Studio. I hope everybody is done. Okay. So up to here, everybody is done. Now let's talk about what are the features present. We have already discussed all of these things. So features include visual workflow design. So RapidMiner is having a drag and drop interface. So I'll show you what is this in that particular application that we have downloaded. Okay. So visual workflow design is nothing but drag and drop interface. What is drag and drop? I'll show just an example. Don't bother about what I'm doing. So here, for suppose I have all these operators present, right? I'll just take one. If I want to use this one, use this operator, what I want to do, I have to drag and drop here. Just the interface is very easy for everybody to use, which is a visual workflow design. This is nothing but dragging and dropping. If I want to use this, I will use this. If I want to use something else here, maybe. So I'll use this. Just you have to drop whatever the operators or data sources, whatever that you want to use, you have to drag and drop it here. If you want to delete, you can delete, click on it and click on delete in your keyboard, or you can multi-select and delete also. Anything is fine. So this is very easy for everybody use because of its user-friendly interface. That is the first point. Now what else? You have automated machine learning. It automates tasks like feature selection, model selection, and hyperparameter tuning. We'll talk about it in further sessions. We have not gone through everything, right? So basic, we'll talk about the basic first. So as I have told, it is having a rich operator toolbox. So operators I've shown you, right? So there are a lot of built-in operators present for data pre-processing, for machine learning, as well as for visualization purpose. There are a lot of operators present. Like what? See here, you can see for data access, there are a lot of operators. For blending, there are a lot of operators. For cleansing, for creating the model, for scoring, for validation, for utility, there are a lot of different built-in operators present in RapidMiner, which is one of the other important feature. First is drag and drop interface, and the second one is rich operator toolbox. And what is the next one? So integration with data sources. So it connects to various data sources, including databases, files, cloud storage devices, whatever that I have told about before. I'll show you how to connect later. But it had a feature of integrating with various data sources. And also scalability is it can handle larger data sets efficiently. And also it is used to deploy the predictive models into the production environment. So this is also one of the other feature of RapidMiner. So what are these features, everybody? So visual workflow design, graphical user interface is very user friendly, which is nothing but drag and drop, which we have seen. And rich operator toolbox, it is having a lot of operators specified for each and every purpose. And also automated machine learning, we will talk about this when we are talking about machine learning. And it can integrate with various data sources. I'll show you how to integrate with data sources with the help of RapidMiner. And also it can handle larger data sets, which is nothing but scalability. And also we will see the model deployment in RapidMiner as well in the further sessions. Okay, so these are the different features present in RapidMiner. And what else? So let's talk about how our interface of RapidMiner Studio is looking. So the interface of RapidMiner comprises of several essential components. So each and every component you can see in your particular window is contributing to its functionality and user experience. So what is the first one? The first one that we have is repository. So what is a repository? It is like a digital filing cabinet where you can store your data, you can store your workflows, and you can store your models. So what is this one? What is repository? Let us go back to our window over here. So you can see here, the first one that we have is repository. So this is the first component of the interface of RapidMiner Studio. So what is this repository useful for? First, we will understand the purpose of each and everything present over here. What is repository? Why we use operators? Why we use process? Why we use parameters? Why we have these views present? Everything we'll discuss first, then we will just do it in practical manner. Okay, so repository. First of all, repository. Repository is used to store your data or to store your models or to store your workflows. So how to store it? How you can store it? For suppose here, you want to create a new repository. How can you create a new repository here? So here, when you click on this option, which is 3 lines present, a drop down, here to the right of import data option, when you click on this drop down, you can see create a repository. So you can create a new repository or you can create whatever that are already present over here. So I'll create a new one. So I'll name it as maybe practice. You can name your repository whatever you want, okay? So I'm naming this as practice and I'll click on finish. So see, I got a new repository added over here. Now within this, I can add whatever the data sources that I want. But when you create a repository, you should have data and process. So within the data, you have to store your data sets. And within the process, you have to store whatever that you want, the workflows and all, you can store it under the process. So for this practice repository that I have created, how can I create further folders like data and process? So right click. And if you want to create a subfolder, click on create subfolder. So everybody, once we are done with downloading, installing and setting up our RapidMiner Studio, we have talked about the features of RapidMiner. Like RapidMiner is having a quick drag and drop interface, which is user friendly. And also it is having a lot of operators, which is rich operator toolbox. And also it can deal with larger data sets efficiently. So scalability is there. And this RapidMiner Studio is also useful for deploying the predictive models, which is nothing but model deployment. And also it is useful for machine learning. These are all the features that we have seen. After discussing about the features, we are now about to talk about what is the interface of RapidMiner look like. So when you open your RapidMiner, in my screenshot before, during the first of my download or installation, we can see here the tutorials coming on the left hand side. But once I watch them, that is no need to use further, right? So I close this one. After that, my interface of RapidMiner Studio is looking like this, within which we have to know the purpose of each and every component present over here. So before discussing that, we have to see, or before practicing all of these things, we have to know the purpose. So what is the purpose of repository component? It is used to store the data, or to store the workflows, or to store the models. So you can store it in the repositories which are already there, or you can create a new one. How to create a new one? So in order to create it, you have to the right of your import data, this option which is 3 lines drop down. Click on the 3 lines drop down and click on create a repository. Now I've created the repository practice, within which I want to create the subfolders. So right click, create a subfolder, data, and I want to create one more, create subfolder, which is process. So I've created data and I've created process. Now within the data of practice repository, I can store my data sources, and within the process, I can store my workflows. So this is how we can use repository option to store the data, to store the workflows or models. That is about the first component. And what is the second one? The second one that we have is operators. So operators component is nothing but the tools that we use to perform tasks like data cleaning, building the models, visualizing the results, or validating the results, whatever that you have. All of these operators are present in the component, which is operators. So where is this one? This you can see here, the operators. So what is the purpose of this one? As I told you, so there are a lot of different operators present for each and every purpose. You can use whatever the operator that you want by dragging and dropping it. That is nothing but operators. So for data access, what are the operators present? For blending, what are the operators present? And for cleansing, what are the operators present? You can see here all the things. Duplicates, missing values, outliers, binning, normalization, all of these things you can see it here. And for modeling, for prediction, for segmentation, for association, for correlation, what are the different operators present? Whoever it is, just don't do it. Okay. So next you have scoring, you have validation, and you have the last one, utility. So these are the different operators present, which we will use it based on our purpose over here. That is the second component. Now, what is the next one? The next one that we have over here is parameters. The next one that we have over here is parameters. So what is the use of parameters? So think of these as customizable settings for the operators. Okay. So think of these parameters as customizable settings for operators. You can adjust these parameters for whatever the operator that you're working. For suppose, if you are using an operator like, maybe in the files, I will use read. Okay. Instead of this, we'll go for maybe. Okay. So I'll just show you one example. So this is an operator, okay? You have randomly chosen an operator. For every operator, you will have the parameters present. So in order to customize your operator, you have a concept of parameters present. So parameters are the customizations for operators. So repository to store your process or data or workflows or models. Operators is nothing but to perform various different tasks, and parameters is nothing but to customize your operators. This is nothing but the three components present. And what else? What else that we have? Sorry. We have the next important thing, which is view. So view shows you the results of your analysis in a visual format. Like what? In a form of graph or in the form of table, everything that will be shown with the help of view. So in RapidMiner, there are several views available to the users. Each view is serving a specific purpose in data analytics and modeling process. So what are the different views present and what is the purpose of each and every view? Let's discuss about the views. So here you have the first one, which is design view. So what is the use of design view? What is the use of design view? Here, design view, I'll just make it bigger. Okay. So design view, this is the primary workspace where users design and build their data analytic process. So in design view, users can drag and drop the operators to create the workflows, connect them, and configure their parameters. It is the central hub for constructing the data pre-processing, analysis, and modeling pipeline. So simply what can I call it as is, so this here, you can see the views present. So within the views, I have different views present. The first and the foremost is design. So what is the use of design? Design view will show you the place where you can just drag and drop various things and connect everything and get the result. So what is this one? So I'll show you one example, okay? Just let me delete all these things. Okay, for suppose I have got this filter examples. Now how to get the output? I have to connect with this one or I'm using some other thing. For cleansing, I'm using for missing data, replacing. Okay, so I will connect all these things, what I want to do with my data, and I will connect this to response when I execute it. So how to execute the process that you have created? So the process that you have created, if you want to execute it, you can go simply click on this play button, which is nothing but run or execution. So you can click on it and you can execute it and get the results. So what is this one? The design view, the purpose of the design view is, the primary purpose is users can design and build their data analytics process with the help of design view. Here what we do, the users can drag and drop the operators in order to create workflows. And after creating them, you have to connect it and you have to configure your parameters. That is up to you. That is the customizations that you want to do. So the initial thing or the initial phase, what you want to do is you have to create a workflow. In order to create it, you will use a view called as design view. Now, if I execute this particular thing that I have done, if I click on this play option, you will get the results. If it is correct, but we did not have any data here, right? It won't give you the result. Okay. So now, if you execute this thing, if you want to get the results will be shown in results view. The design view is done. In the results view, once you run or execute the query or execute the process that you have created, the results will be shown in the results view. So you can see it here. Results view, once the process is executed in the design view, the result view will display the outcome, including the visualization and also the performance metrics and other relevant information generated by the process. Okay. Once the process is executed in design view, the results view displays the outcomes. So it also includes visualizations and it also includes statistics and also other related information generated by the process. I'll show you everything once we connect with the data. Okay, that is results view. And what is the third one? Auto modal view. So auto modal view is nothing but this view is dedicated to RapidMiner's auto modal feature. Here, the process of building the predictive models happens. So users can specify the target variable and various settings, and auto model automatically generates and evaluates multiple models. Okay, so first before talking all these things, let's talk about the data present. Okay, then we will see each and everything with the help of example. Okay, auto model is for creating or building the predictive models, and turbo prep is for cleaning the data. You can see it here. It provides a user-friendly interface for data preparation tasks. It allows users to clean, transform, and manipulate the data. So design view to create the process or the workflows and connect them. And result view, once the workflow that is created is executed in the design view, you will get the output in results view. Along with the output, you also have visualizations, performance metrics, and also other relevant information. And the third one that you have is auto modal view. In the auto modal view, it is useful to build the predictive models. And turbo prep, it is used to clean the data. And then you have process. Process is where you see the sequence of steps you have used in your analysis. So here, if you go to the design, this is nothing but the process. So process is where you can see the sequence of steps that you have done in your analysis process. Process is the place where you can see all the different steps that you have done in your analysis process. This is nothing but process. And the last one that you have is the last one. Just let me delete the drawings. Okay. The last one that we have is help. It's like having a guidebook right there in the software to help you understand how to use the RapidMiner. So you already know the help, right? This help is present in a lot of different applications as well. Help, you can search for whatever you want, tutorials, or if you want to visit the community web, or if you want to look at the documentations present, you can see it under the help. So basically the interface of RapidMiner Studio is having a lot of different components, out of which we have the first one is repository, which is useful to create the data, to store the data or to store the process or to store the models, etc. with the help of repository, within which you have the local things or you can create your own repository as well. And the second one is operators. So this RapidMiner Studio already we have discussed under the features. It is having a rich operator toolbox. Each and every task is specified here, different types of operators. So for blending, for data cleaning, for validating, everything, there are separate operators present. Now you have the next one, parameters. Parameters is useful to customize your operators. For each and everything, you will have a parameter. For each and every operator, you will have a parameter. And then you have views over here at the top. Design is useful to create the workflows, to connect one with each other. And then result is used once the workflow that you have created in the design view is executed, the output or outcome is shown in the results view. So within that output, it also includes visualizations, statistics, which is performance metrics, and several other things. And turbo prep is useful for cleaning and transforming the data. Auto model is useful for creating or building the predictive models. So these are the four important views present. And the next one that we have is process. Process is where we can see the sequence of steps that we have done in our entire analysis process. And the last one is help. If you want to see or go through all of these things regarding your query, you can go for help. So this is about the interface over here. Yeah, Dinesh, what is it? Okay, this is about the interface over here. Now let's talk about the next one. What is present next? There is a next one present, which is data in RapidMiner. So in RapidMiner, we have already got some inbuilt data. So inbuilt sample data, where can I see that one? So inbuilt sample data is located within the samples folder in the repository panel. Where we can see that one? In the RapidMiner Studio. I'll delete these things. In the RapidMiner Studio, we have got, where I can see, in the repository panel, I got samples folder. So go there where you have here samples folder, within which you have again data, within the sample folder in the repository panel, it provides various default data sets provided by the RapidMiner for demonstration and practice purpose. You can explore and use these data sets directly within the RapidMiner without needing to import them. So how can I do this? Within my repository panel, I have here samples folder within which I have data, within which I have got a lot of different data sources present. I can go through each and everything and I can work on it without importing the particular data from outside. So I'm going to show you one sample example. We will use Titanic dataset. So Titanic dataset, where I can find them, I can see this under repository panel, within which I have samples folder, within which again I have a subfolder data, And within that, I am using Titanic data source. So within this, I'm just importing or dragging and dropping that into the process. So what I'm dragging and dropping? The Titanic data set. Where is the Titanic? Here. So I'm using Titanic data set. This one. Okay. So in order to use it and get the output, what I have to do? So always you have to remember, you have to execute whatever that you have taken into the process. So here, in order to execute that, you have to first connect this to response. So output, you have to connect it to response and you have to execute this particular process. Once you execute this, you got into the results view. You can see it here at the top, results view, where you can see all the columns and all the records present in your particular data set. So when I go back to the design, you can see here Titanic data. And when I just clicked on or connected to the response and executed this one, I got here the output, which is nothing but all the various columns and the records present in Titanic data set. So what I have talked about the results view before. Results view is used in order to give the outcome of whatever that is executed in the design view. And it also includes statistics, visualizations, and further things that you want. So this is about the results view and design view. So let's take a quick 10-minute break and get back, everybody. We'll talk about what are the further things present and how to import the data into RapidMiner also. Okay. Okay. So everybody, let's continue with the session. So I'll tell you what I have done before the break. I'll give you 2 more minutes to do this. So here, let me delete the drawings over here. So here, everybody, we have some data sources which are inbuilt in this particular application, RapidMiner Studio. So where can you see those? So you can see those within the repository. Within the repository, you have samples folder. So where can you see the samples folder? Here. So within the repository, within the samples folder, and within that you have again subfolders present. And I have chosen data over here. Within the data, I am using Titanic data source. Okay, what I did is, I'm just using repository panel or repository component present there. Within that, I'm using sample folder, samples folder, and within that we have again subfolders within which I'm using data. And I have a lot of data sources present in that data subfolder. And out of all the data sources, I'm using Titanic. This is what I'm doing here. So how to use Titanic data source? I have to drag and drop Titanic data source into the process. I have to drag and drop Titanic into the process. What is drag and drop Titanic into process? Here you can see Titanic on the left-hand side, and this is the process which is the center one. Your process looks empty. Add some data first. Drag data or operators here. So I'll drag Titanic into the process. After this, if I execute it, how can I execute, everybody? So you can go to the process here and run the process locally. You can click on F11 or click on this one, or you can directly click on this play button. Anything is fine. So not only dragging the data is important, you have to execute that particular data in order to get the output of whatever that you're doing in the process. So how to just execute it? There are a lot of different ways. The play button is the one thing. F11 keyboard button is the second one. And process and the first option, run process locally, is the third one. When you click on it, so see here, the final connection is missing. So before executing the process, you always have to make sure that you are connecting the output to the response. You have to connect the output to the response. So how to connect the output to the response? So I'll just drag here the connection to the response here. So now see, there is a connection. Now you can execute either F11 or either this one, or either process and run process locally. Anything is fine. Now I've clicked on the play button, and in the results view, I can see here, see, in the Titanic data sets, there are a total of 1309 records and 12 columns. 1309 records and 12 columns are present in Titanic dataset. So as I talked about before, design is used in order to import the data or connect with various things in the process, and in order to create the workflows and connecting those workflows together, everything is done in the design view. And after you have created the workflow, you have to execute it. The outcome is seen in the results view. So in the results, we can see this outcome here, which also consists of not only this particular data, you also have a lot of other options, statistics, visualizations also. So what is visualizations? You already know. There are different types of charts that are present, like bubble chart, scatter plot, histogram, bar chart. All these things you can plot according to your requirement. So see here, visualizations, the plot type, when you click on this drop down, you can see all of the charts present. Line chart, step line, area, scatter plot, histogram, box plot, tree map, heat map, sunburst, all of these charts are present under the visualizations. So select your visualization that you want, select your column that you want, and you can create the visualization. Okay, this is about visualizations. And what about the other thing, which is statistics? So statistics is nothing but in your particular data set that you have imported, whatever the columns that are present, for all the columns, What is the data type? So for passenger class, this is polynomial, which means different categorical data is present. This is also name, various categories are present, and success binomial, which is nothing but two categories are present like male and female, and age is a real number, and these are integers, and various ticket numbers are present, various cabins are present. So for every column in your data set, the data type will be seen under the statistics. And what else? Missing values can also be seen here directly. See here. So 0, 0, 0. But in the age column, we have 263 missing values. So we will go back to the data. And in which column we have missing values? In age column. So when you just go through the age, you can see here the question mark present. So this question mark is indicating the missing value or null value in your data. So in the age column, you have totally of 263 null values or missing values that will be shown in the statistics. Okay, these are the missing values. Okay, now what is the least occurred one? What is the most occurred one, which means the mode? And what is the values? What are the values? So the third occurred is 709 is occurring the mostly, and the least occurred one, 277 is occurred mostly. So these are the various things present under the statistics. So in the results view, whatever that you have done in the process when you execute it, the outcome can be seen in the data, and you can do the visualizations with the help of visualizations, and statistics can be seen for every column with the help of statistics option. This is about design view and results view. And what about the next one? What about the next one? So what did we talk about? The third one, which is auto model. So turbo prep, we'll talk about turbo prep because here we have turbo prep, right? So we'll talk about turbo prep. So turbo prep, as described earlier, this provides a user-friendly interface for data preparation tasks. It allows users to clean the data, to transform the data, and to manipulate the data. Let's see what is present in that. So I'll click on turbo prep. So you have to first load your data. So before talking about loading, we'll see what is present, how to import your data here. So this is about the data sources that are inbuilt present or by default present in RapidMiner Studio. So whatever the data source that I've connected to for now, that is present in this particular RapidMiner Studio itself. I did not import it from my local machine and all. So these are all the data sources. You can use whatever you want. Okay, so I'll give you 2 more minutes. Just work on it. See all the options present in the results view. Now then we will talk about how to import the data. So we have here the inbuilt sample data present. This is done. After that, we'll talk about how to import the external data. I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll talk about importing the external data. Okay, the inbuilt data is done. Now let's talk about how to import external data. So in order to import the external data, what you have to do? You have to click on import data option on the left-hand side under repository panel in RapidMiner. So in RapidMiner, in the repository panel, we have an option called as import data. So if you want to import the data that is present in your local machine, you don't want to use the data which is by defaultly present in RapidMiner Studio, you can go for import data option. So click on import data, and then what you have to do, we'll see it in the steps. So import data, once you click on it, you have to choose whether you are choosing it from database or from my computer. So I'm choosing it from my computer. Once you do this, click on import data from option present in the repository panel and select whether you are choosing the data from your database or your local machine. I selected my computer. And after selecting it, you can choose wherever your file is present. The space present here, I have only this one. So I just select my documents, within which I have a lot of data sources. I want to connect to sample superstore. So a lot of you people are mostly familiar with this one. So that is an Excel file. So I'll select under the file types Excel, XX or SLX. Within which I can see all my data sources which is belonging to Excel workbook. Within this, I will select sample superstore. Click on it and click on next. Everybody, in order to import the data, what you have to do is you have to use the import data option present in the repository panel of RapidMiner Studio. After you click on import data, you have to choose whether you are choosing it from my computer or your database. Select the option accordingly. I've selected my computer. After choosing it, just select what is your file type, whether it is a CSV or an Excel file. That is an Excel file of mine. I want to choose sample superstore. So I've selected sample superstore here and I'll click on next. Once you click on next, it will take some time to import because it is having a lot of records, right? So here is our sample superstore. So here you can change. So in my sample superstore, we have 3 particular sheets: orders, people, and returns. I want to work with orders. And the cell range is from A column to U column. I want to select all. And if you want to have a column header or a header row, you have to choose it. If not, you can keep it to 0. But I want to choose this one. I want to choose it to 1. I'm not changing anything. Simply click on next. Simply click on next. And then if you want to format your column, you can do it here. If you want to change the data type, for suppose, you have to change the type. You can change it here. But I'm not changing anything. Whatever the formatting that you want to do, the basic things like renaming your column or changing the data type of a column, you can change it here before importing your data. So changing the type, changing the role, renaming the column and excluding the column. All of these formattings that you can do here. I'm not doing anything right now because all the data types are perfect. This is integer and these 2 are dates. Everything is polynomial and this is an integer and so on. Okay. So everything is perfectly present. I'm not changing any column data types or names of any columns. I'll simply click on next. And then you have to choose in which repository you want to store the data. I want to store my data under the practice repository that I've created. So before I have created repository, which is practice, within which I created 2 subfolders. One is data and second one is process. I will choose within this data. So within the practice repository that I've created before, I have chosen data and I'll select finish. So what it does is, whatever the data that I'm importing from outside, it will just store under the data subfolder in the practice folder or practice repository. Click on finish. So this is how you will import the data from outside. So what is that, everybody? So what I've done up to now, first of all, so here see, importing. In order to import the data, you have to click on import data option under the repository panel and you have to select the location and also select the file that you want to import and follow the steps. Like if you want to give the formatting, you can do the formatting. If you want to change the column name or if you want to exclude those columns or if you want to change the data type of a column or if you want to, what is that? Don't want to have a header row, you can remove it. If you want to select multiple sheets present in a single file or a workbook, you can choose whatever the sheet that you want to work with. All of these things, you can just check it out and just click on finish. And after clicking on finish, it will ask you where you want to store your data that you have imported, in which particular repository. So in yours, if you have not created any new repository, it will by default show you only the local repository. So, but in mine, I have created a new one, which is practice. It is showing me the practice as well. So first one is local repository and second one is practice repository. Within that, I've selected practice and then I have selected the data subfolder in that practice. So we will write whatever we have done. So how to just import the data. So how to use the inbuilt data is fine. How to import the data? How to import it? First, you have to select import data option in repository panel. So repository panel, you know where it is. In that you have import data option at the bottom. You have to select it. After that, you have to select whether you are choosing from my computer or from a database. Just choose that one. Just choose that one. After choosing your location, whatever that is, you have to select your file. Select your file. So at the bottom, you can see the file types. Based on that, also you can select it. It is up to you. After selecting your file, you can change or you can select whatever the sheet that you want to work with. Whatever the sheet that you want to work with, like what? In our sample superstore, we have 3 sheets in total: orders, people, and returns, within which I want to work with orders. So I selected orders. And after selecting the sheet, you can format your columns if you want. Formatting the columns means what? You can change the data type of a column, change the column data type, or name of the column, or excluding the column, or name of the role, whatever that you want to do, you can do it under the format section. Okay, this is what you can do. After doing everything, you can simply click on finish. After clicking on finish, it will ask you in which repository you want to store your imported data. In which repository you want to store your imported data. So you can choose by default the local repository present, but I have chosen the practice repository that I've created. Within that, I've selected data folder or data subfolder. This is what I have done in this importing the data option. So now we have understood how to import the data from outside and also how to use the inbuilt data present. These two things are clear. Now what else is there? What else is there? So importing the data is fine. Now what is the other thing present? So how to load the data from a CSV file. So okay, importing the data is fine and also using the inbuilt data is also fine. Now how to load the data from a CSV file? To load the data from a CSV file into RapidMiner Studio, you have to follow the following steps. So open your studio and create a new process. After that, you have to import the data operator, which is read CSV operator. So what is read CSV? We will see that one. So if you want to create a new process, what you have to do? File and new process. So but what I do is I'll just remove this one. Click on it and delete. Okay, now what is the option that I have to show you? The operator, which is read CSV operator. So in the search bar of operators panel, you can search for the read CSV and you can just drag it and drop it here. Okay, the operator that you have is read CSV. Just search for it in the search box and drag the read CSV into this process. Okay, now this is done. Now what is the next step? You have to once you drag that operator onto the process, you have to click on the operator. Double click on the operator to open its window, configuration window. Here you have to specify the location. Okay, fine. So after dragging the read CSV operator into the process, you have to double click on this operator. Once you click on this, it will ask you for the data location. So you have to choose it. Which one you have to select? We have education, ethnic diversity, Fisher's Irish, everything you can use. So I will just use maybe ethnic diversity. This is a CSV file. Click on next. And click on next. I'm not changing anything over here. And I don't want to format anything. I'll click on finish. Okay. Now, what I told before, if you want to just understand whatever that you have done and see the results in the results view, you have to execute this process. How to execute this process? In order to execute the process, you have to first connect the output to the response. You have to connect the output to the response and click on this one. See here, this is your database or the CSV file, which is ethnic diversity, within which you have 310 columns and 310 records and 13 columns. And in the statistics part, you can understand the data type, the missing values, and also the most appeared one and the least appeared one. And also visualizations, you can create whatever you want. This is about the ethnic diversity, importing a CSV file or loading a data from a CSV file. I'll go back to design. This is the way to read a CSV file from the operator or import data also. How to use import data? So when you are using a read CSV operator, in order to import your CSV file, you're not storing it locally in this particular RapidMiner Studio. But suppose if I'll delete this one. If I use import data, I will choose my computer and I will do the same thing, which is CSV file. And I will choose here ethnic diversity again. I did not choose it. CSV file, ethnic diversity, I'm choosing this one. And next, I'm not changing anything here. Next, I'm not formatting here. Next. And at last, it will ask you where to save your file that you are importing. Click on finish. So now what is the difference between using the operator read CSV and using the import data option in repository panel? You have to understand this one. So whenever we use import data option in repository panel, it always asks us to select the repository in order to store the data that you are importing, that you're about to import. Anything is fine. Now, what is the other thing? Whenever you use read operator, whether it is read Excel, read CSV, whatever it is, when you use read operator, it is just for the temporary access of the data. It won't store the data that you are using in the repository of RapidMiner Studio. This is the thing that you have to understand. So you can just import or load the data of CSV or whatever the file that you want in two ways. First, using import data option in the repository panel, and second one is using read operator. So if you are using a CSV file to get imported into that particular RapidMiner Studio, you have to use read CSV. If it is an Excel, you have to use read Excel. So just like that, I will show you the operators as well. If I click on read, so see, read CSV, read Excel, read URL, read SData, ARFF, read DBase, XML access. For each and every different file type, you have different types of operators. So this is the difference between how to import the data using this import data option or using the read operator option. So read operator will not store your data into the repository, whereas import data in the repository panel will store the data inside the repository. Okay, if I've just imported or used the data source, which is a CSV file, using read URL, I can't further use it. Again, I have to use the operator to connect with that data. But if I use import data option, that will be present in my particular subfolders that I've chosen in my repository. I can use it whenever I want. So see, I will just simply drag and drop. I'll simply drag and drop. But if I want to connect with this again, I have to drag it, double click on it, select the location, give it, and then connect. This is what the difference between import data and also read operator. And what else is there? What else? So see, Once you click on it, you have to give the location. If you want to just like make the changes, you can make it, format your columns and finish. This is how you will import a data from a CSV file. Okay, using the read CSV operator and using the import data also. Now, before moving on to the next one, we'll talk about what is the use of turbo prep and auto model. Okay, now for this purpose, I'm going to use maybe sample superstore. First, I have to execute this one. How to execute? Connect this to the response. The output is connected to the response and click on play button. You will get the output in the results view. Now, turbo prep is used for cleaning the data or transforming the data. So click on turbo prep. So just follow these steps. We'll just see the introduction of everything, and later in the coming sessions, we will use everything in detail. Okay, so in this turbo prep section, first we have to load the data. Click on load data. And here I already have a lot of things present and also the repositories. I'm going to use within my practice repository, maybe ethnic diversity. I'm going to use this one. So see, when I double click on my particular data source, I got this into load data, which is ethnic diversity. And here I can observe the total number of rows are 310 and the total number of columns are 13. And I did not change the data set before, so last change is none. Okay, this is the basic details. Now, if you want to transform your data, transform your table, you can click on transform. Click on transform. Now see, if you want to select a range or sample, you can select it. Now I'm selecting maybe, I will select this particular column. If you want to rename, you can rename. Change the data type, change. If you want to remove, copy the column or filter the column. See, I want to filter only US citizens equals to US citizen, because there are a lot of values present within that. I can see US citizen more. So I'm clicking on apply. So now every record is belonging to US citizen in this particular column. So this is how you can do the transformations in your particular table. So if you want to commit your transformation, you can click on this one. Okay. Now, what else you can do? Select other column, maybe select this one. Now, maybe I'll go to this age and I will sort this data. Sort in descending order. So accordingly, you can choose whatever you want. This cleaning and transformation, everything will be done with the help of turbo prep view. So design view to create the workflows and to make the connections. Results view in order to view the results after executing the process in the design view. And the third one you have is turbo prep, which is helpful for cleaning the data and transforming the data. So I've shown you a lot of examples. So in order to work with the turbo prep, first of all, you have to import the data and then you have to choose the column, whatever that you want to make the changes to, and select the options that you have. I'll select salaries over here and maybe I can just rename it to income. So see, this got changed to income. Now again, this one, I'll just sort this in descending order. Okay. And for this one, I want to change the data type. Data type, I want to change this to, no. Okay, this is a number. So this is changing to category. Okay, I don't want to change it. Fine. Okay. If you want to apply all these things, you can click on commit. So now your data, see, citizen will be US citizen. And what else? I've changed my salaries into income date, column name, and income. I've sorted this in descending order. You can see it everything over here. This is how we can just do the transformation. If you want to clean it, you can clean the data. So see, remove low quality. Select a column. This one, remove low quality. You can do everything here. And also, if you want to do the normalization or discretization, you can do everything here. I don't want to talk much about this one because we have to see everything in detail later. So if you click on anything, you have to click on commit. I did not do anything, so I'll click on cancel. Okay, so now if you want to generate, so see, if you want to generate a new column based on a formula, you can do it here. So create a new column below. You can type a formula by dragging the columns from the left and functions from the right. So all these functions are present over here. Logical means if all these things are present. Comparison is nothing but greater than all these things are present. See here. And text information, length, index, all these functions are present. Text you have concatenate, all these are present. Mathematical functions, sum, average, all are present over here. So functions are present on the right hand side and the columns are present on the left hand side. You can drag and drop the formulas and you can create a new column. This is nothing but creating. I'm not creating anything, that is generate. And if you want to convert if you have a larger data set, for suppose, if you want to create a chart, it is not useful for us it is showing all the individual charts or for suppose, imagine, okay, I'll show you this example over here. I'll go to results. For suppose, I'll go to visualization and I want to show maybe the histogram of, so okay, fine. I will use for this one, the data source, which is education data source. So I'll go to design. I'll remove this one. Education is the CSV. So I'm going to read CSV over here. Read CSV is the operator in order to connect with the CSV file. So I'm going to connect with the data source to show you the sample chart. Double click. So I have education CSV. Click on education CSV. Click on next. Click on next. I'm not changing anything. Click on finish. So these data sources, I hope everybody used it before. If you haven't used it, you can download it in the LMS. It is present. So I have used up to now sample superstore, ethnic diversity, and the third one that I'm now showing is education data set, sorry. So I connected with my data source, which is a CSV file. Now I have to execute it. How to execute it? You have to connect the output to the response and you have to click on this play button. These three are the columns present. So 3 columns and 773 records. Now, if I want to create a chart, so in order to create the visualizations, you can go over here under the results view. Now, if I want to show maybe what I have to show, maybe a bar chart. Okay. I want to show the bar chart for a particular column. Now, can you observe or can you get any insights from this particular table or this chart? So when you are using a larger data sets having multiple records to plot a few charts and get the insights, that is not properly present when you are using a large data set, which is having a large records. So such way, in such days or times, you can go for creating a pivot table. So under the turbo prep, you have pivot table. So I will just load the data, which is a pivot table. This is not present over here. So what I do is I'll import the data from my computer, which is a CSV file, that is education. It is this one, this one. Click on next, click on next, click on next again. Now I'm choosing my practice repository under the data. I'll click on finish. So now see, this is my education data set. Within this education data set, now if you want to create a chart, you can create the charts. Just like that, visualizations present. So bar, where is bar chart? So see, this is not giving us any meaningful information to make any decision. So for such cases, I will go and create a pivot table. So how to create a pivot table? You can choose whatever you want. So maybe I'll choose here, this one, work experience here, or GMAT here. So you can just take the values whatever you want. Maybe the GMAT scores, I'll take the aggregates. So here this will be the missing values because these columns are not present perfectly for this. Maybe you can use the aggregate functions or operators as well. So if you want to group the columns together, these three are numericals, right? So that is why we are not getting the words properly. If we are using sample superstore, maybe we can get it. So I'll clear the table. Okay. I will use the sample superstore maybe. Maybe this one. This one is also fine. Create pivot table. So I will take employees' names here. So these are the different employees present. Now fine. So column grouping is based on this one. So there are only two columns, male and female. And what is their respective income over here? So there are missing values present because the income for female and male. If she's a female, we won't get for male, right? So that is why we are getting missing values over here. Instead of that, if we take state, so I'll just clear this table, or I'll just add this as add a filter. Okay, whatever that you want, you can do it here. I'm not getting this properly for now. So I'll just take states here. So there are different states present. I'll get employees here. And for them, what is their respective income? Oh, sorry. What is their respective income? I'll show it here. So this is how you can get the table. I'll just click on commit pivot. For this, I can create a chart. So this is having a lot of missing values. So I will create a chart to show bar chart of maybe I will go for income. And I'll remove this employees. So this is how you can get the chart for pivot table based on the column that you choose. If we choose the sales column in sample superstore, we can get it properly maybe. So that is pivot table. You know about the pivot table. To aggregate the values into limited number of records, you can go for pivot table. And you can create a model, you can create a process, you can create a chart, anything you can do with the help of turbo prep. So basically, turbo prep is used to clean the data and to transform the data. That is for cleaning and transformation purpose. Now you have the last one, which is auto model. Auto model is used in order to, okay, what is that you have written here? In order to create or build predictive models. So users have to specify the target variable and also give the settings, and it will automatically generate models. Just we will see the intro, and later on we'll discuss everything, the turbo prep, auto model, the operators, everything briefly later. So I will use here the education itself. Education, I want to predict something. So click on the data of the column you want to predict. I want to predict GMAT scores. Predict. I've just clicked on it, no? And click on next. So see, prepare the target. So this is the histogram that it is showing, which talks about the maximum range of GMAT scores falls in between this particular range. So 710 to 730 or 710 to 720. Click on next. I'm not choosing anything. If you want to turn it into classification, you can turn on this one. I will just show what is the basic things present over here. Now, if you want to select the inputs, you can select the inputs. So here work experience is taken. If you want to take the serial number, you can take it. But this does not make any sense. I'll take work experience only. Click on next. And model types, this was already chosen by default. If you want to change it, you can change. Click on run. So you can see it is still processing. Once it is processed, it will give you the results. So auto model is useful to build the predictive models and talks about the performance. You can see here, out of all these things present over here, the model which is working better is generalized linear model. So you are getting better results for this. It is showing all the results it is processing. So you can see it here. The relative error is 2.9%, standard deviation, and total time taken is 4 seconds. And here you can see training time and scoring time. So this is 5 seconds and this is 26 milliseconds. So here you can see this is the best performance. This is the fastest scoring time and fastest total time. You can see whatever the information that is getting here in easy manner. We are not doing anything. We have selected our data source. We have selected what you want to do, whether you want to do the prediction or you want to predict the outliers or you want to do the clustering, on which column you have to choose, give your inputs and select the models and click on results. It will give you the results. Out of all, what it is showing is support vector machine is giving you the best performance. So in order to build predictive models, you can go for the option which is auto model. So up to now, we have discussed what are all the different components present in this RapidMiner Studio, which is repository panel, operators panel, and views present, and process, and help, and also parameters. We have seen each and everything, and also I have shown you how to import the data, and also I have shown you how to use read operator and what is the difference between importing the data and read operator. And later on, what I have shown, how to clean and transform the data using turbo prep, and also how to do this modeling. Just the intro I have shown you for each and every view. So design view and also results view, which shows the outcomes, turbo prep, which talks about cleaning and transforming the data, and building the predictive models, which talks about by auto model. So these are the various views present here. These are the various views present over here, which will be useful for you in the further sessions. Okay, so this is about the basics. I hope everything is clear. I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Then we'll talk about what are the remaining things present in the design view, what operators can we use, and what is the purpose of every operator. And in tomorrow's session, which is going to be from exactly again 9 to 1 or 9 to 1 o'clock, which is 4-hour session. In that, we will discuss about the other things like EDA and data pre-processing, how to do it in this RapidMiner Studio. So for now, I'll give you 2 minutes to work. I'll be on mute. Somebody asked something in the chat box. Attendance link. Okay, the attendance link will be given in the chat box. Please check it later. Okay, so what we have discussed up to now, here you can see out of all the models, support vector machine model is giving you the best performance. And also the fastest scoring time or fastest total time is for decision tree. So these are all the things present over here. So these are the basics. Okay, so we will just have a quick recap of whatever we have discussed. So everyone, this form that is posted in this chat box for the attendance, you can check it out. Okay. So what we have discussed in RapidMiner Studio, once we have downloaded and installed and set up this particular product of RapidMiner, we have seen what are the features present, how it is useful for every user, even though they are not having any programming skills. Why? Because this is where we can drag and drop everything that we want to perform the task without writing any code. So that is one of the main use of this RapidMiner, which is a no-code platform product. So there are a lot of different products as well, but this is also one of the best product out of all the things present over there. Okay, it is the most popular data science tool, which we have talked about before. And also we have seen the interface, how is it looking? How is the graphical user interface of RapidMiner Studio? And also I've shown you the purpose of each and every component present, and also how to connect with the data which is by default or inbuilt present in RapidMiner Studio, and how to create a repository. And within that particular repository, I've shown you how to create subfolders as well. Okay, and then what else? I've talked about a few operators. We'll talk about other operators later. So I've shown you one operator, which is read. When you are wanting to connect with some data source, based on that particular file type, you have to choose the operator. So I have shown you to connect with read CSV because the data source that I want to connect with is a CSV file. So that is why I have used read CSV. Okay, and later what else? I have shown you how the output you are getting, how you are getting the output by connecting this output to the response. Without this connection, if you execute it, you won't get the results in the results view. So design, to create the process, we will use the design view, and every step is in sequence present in the process. And results view, where the output or outcome or statistics or visualizations can be seen, and turbo prep to clean and transform the data, auto model to create the predictive models. So these four are the different views present in RapidMiner Studio. So I've told you, in order to create a new blank process, you have to go to File and click on New Process. If you already saved a particular process, you can open it here under the file itself. So I'm going to save this process. Click on Save Process. I will save this under Local Repository or Practice Process. Within this, I'll name it as Practice 1. You can name it whatever you want, okay? Practice 1 and okay. Now this particular process is stored. You can open it later and you can use it also. And I will open a new blank process. This is blank process. Okay, this is how you have to use this RapidMiner Studio. For cleaning the data, transforming the data, you can go for turbo prep. For creating the predictive models, you can go for auto model. And to use the data, to import the data, to connect to it, you can do it under the process view, which is nothing but design view. So all of these things we have seen in today's session. So let's go to the PPT once and we'll have a recap. Okay. So first of all, we have started talking about data mining. Why? Because RapidMiner is a no-code development platform for data mining. So we have seen introduction to RapidMiner and also RapidMiner, how to download that particular product and how to install it, and what are the features and the interface present, and also how to load the data or how to use the data which is inbuiltly present in RapidMiner. And in tomorrow's session, we'll talk about EDA and data preprocessing in detail. What are the various steps present and how to do them parallelly in RapidMiner Studio. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's session. Okay, so data mining is useful to find meaningful or interesting patterns or trends from vast amount of data so that we can just convert the raw data or unstructured data into meaningful information, from which we will get the knowledge to make some informed decisions. So it includes a lot of different tasks like these, which we have seen example of everything. And no-code development platform is nothing but the software tools which does not require any code to write to perform the tasks. And then out of which we have the most important one, which is RapidMiner. So RapidMiner is one of the most popular data science tool. It will offer a wide range or accessibility to a wider range of audience because of its interface and also no-code development. Because of these two reasons, it is accessible to everybody, even if the person is not having any like a pre-knowledge of the programming skills. Okay, and these are the different products present, out of which we are using RapidMiner Studio right now. And the turbo prep and auto model, these are included within the studio itself. And then the advantages and disadvantages, we have seen everything in detail. And also we have talked about where we will use the RapidMiner in industries. So you can use it in manufacturing or financial services or healthcare. All of these things we have seen. And also it can process different types of data sources like data sets or data sources. Anything is fine, like structured data, unstructured data, and also a database system and NoSQL system, and also cloud storage devices like Dropbox, etc. So every data can be processed with the help of RapidMiner to analyze it. And then we have seen how to download and how to install and how to set up the RapidMiner Studio. Once you are done with all of these steps, your RapidMiner Studio will look like this. This is your RapidMiner window. So you will have the tutorials on the left-hand side by default. If you want to go through those, you can go through this and close it. Afterwards, you will your RapidMiner Studio will look like this. And then what else? We have talked about the features and the interface. What are the various components present? And what is the purpose of everything and how is it working? We have seen everything in practical. Okay. So now how to use the inbuilt data which is present. Where it is present? It is present under the repository panel within the samples, and within the data subfolder, we have all the data sets present. And then what else? We have another thing which is not only we can use the inbuilt data sources, we can import the external data as well. So I have shown you the import data option present in the repository panel. You can use this option, but you have to store it in a particular repository. So you can store it in the local repository which is present by default, or you can create a new one. Here, create a repository and name it whatever you want. I'll just show it to you. I'll delete it later. So practice 2 and click on finish. And after that, within this, I want to create a subfolder. So create a subfolder. I will name it as data. So in order to store the data, I will use data. I will create one more subfolder to create the process or to store the process. This is process. Okay, and later the components is done. Importing the data is also done. Now, how to load the data from a CSV file? You can use the read operator or you can use the import data in repository panel. These are the various things present. And then I have also shown you how to use this turbo prep and auto model as well. Turbo prep to clean the data and auto model to create the predictive models. So these are the different views present and you can use it accordingly. And we will see in each and every option in further session. I hope this session is helpful for you. We'll meet in tomorrow's session, everybody, which is exactly at 9 a.m. Thank you.